so far is I'm going to have a guest on, and he's not here right now, but he should be back. And I'm going to be talking about his project. His name's Linos, and he's in Zimbabwe, and he's doing a really important project around COVID and trying to get education out to the people around him about exactly what it is that we're facing or that his community is facing, and it might be harder than you think, and also cheaper than you think. I'm going to start off with a song. Don't Be Blind. This song is it's about how there's always stuff around us. There's always people around us. There's always resources around us. We can just stay open to that, keep our eyes open and head up, and pay attention to what's possible in our lives. You haven't lost your way along the road, and you can't see anything you can call your own. But you see the difference. What you made now, you have to take a hold of all the games you play. Baby, don't be blind, this is yours. Take responsibility for the path you choose. Baby, don't be blind. Wasn't long ago, only yesterday. You weren't scared of anything, you were on your way. But you let them win, let them beat you down. Take the best of you, but now it's not around. Put away and here like I've always been. Faithful as the summer breeze, your eternal friend. You just have to turn around, it don't matter when. You lost your way along the road, and you can't see anything you can call your own. But you are not big, not a deny. You just have to carry on. Time to try, baby, don't be blind. This is your take responsibility for the path you choose. Baby, don't be blind every single day. We find the strength inside. We can find our way. Yeah, don't be blind. I'm gonna see if I can let Linos in here. So this is all.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, man. So I'm just gonna do a couple more songs and we'll start talking. Is that still there? Oh,
Yes, I'm there.
Cool. All right. I'm going to do a couple more songs and
Yes.
then we'll introduce your project. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I mean, since we're confronted with technology right now, we do this song. And it's no matter how hard we try, technology is never going to replace our real personal relationships. I've got a watch that knows each step I take, and it's charging on the shelf. I've got a fridge that tells me what's inside, makes eyes up by itself. I've got a 4K HD television that talks to my phone. Got a car that cost $100 grand, parked it right outside. It knows just where I like to go, takes me for a ride, and plays me all my favorite songs, but I still feel all alone. 'Cause I've got no you, I've got no you, no. I've got no you, I've got no you. I want a chateau in the south of France or a mansion in Bel Air. I put on my VR headset and it seems like I am there. 1,000 of our favorite spots, from Singapore to Rome. Got a condo west of Central Park, it's right up in the sky. My smart home keeps me comfortable, so I don't have to try. No matter where I rest my head, it still don't seem like home. 'Cause I've got no God knows you are, God knows you know. And my mother always told me there are things you just can't buy, and I tried hard to convince myself that that was just a lie. The more I realize what I've lost, understand it must be true. Because with everything I have that I've got charging on a shelf, I am still standing here with nothing in life all by myself. And I bought them to replace you, but that's one thing that they just can't do. So God knows you are, God knows you know. But God knows you are, God knows. You know, no, 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 no. God know you. So, my friend Linos is in Zimbabwe, and he is running a program with a team of others who is going out into the countryside, and I'm trying to find ways to support and educate the people who are living out there. Oh my gosh. So that they have the information they need in order to protect themselves from this COVID thing. I'm trying to get both of us on the screen at the same time. It's not going to work. But anyway, so there's Linos. So, program. And while you're doing it, I'm actually going to do some screen sharing of what's on the website. Is that cool? Linos, can you hear me? Oh, no. Linos? Technology is always more complicated than it needs to be. Well, while he's trying to get, I can. So, this is a picture of Linos and his team doing the work. That is the van that they rent. And so one of the funding for, and you can also see over here how much money they've got so fucking for. And it's not very much. This is a situation where these folks, they print banners smaller than this, but banners that people use that have on that allows folks to get in touch with it, to provide them with the information they need to understand how to protect themselves against COVID, and an extraordinarily small amount of money that they use to put vehicle, get them out to where they need to get, and $125 will get the banners that they need. $125, I understand, will print 25 banners that will allow them to have information out where they're doing the work. And oh, he's gone back. Uh-oh. Take out where they're doing the work, when they're there, people can get in touch with them and find out find out whatever they need. They can actually do remote mental health care stuff. They can do information sharing. They can get whatever the information they need, and it's intended for pregnant and moms and families. So that's their. So you can check out that website. It's actually on the Facebook. If that's a way for you to get. Meanwhile, I'm going to do some more songs. This is actually streaming properly. It's looking pretty funky on my end right now. Anyway, so this next song I'm going to do is about a different kind of oppression, not the kind of oppression that comes from the color of our skin, but the kind of oppression that says that we're not supposed to be fully who we are, and that kind of keeps us hiding our light under a bushel. Feeling lost and naked in the cold. More time your head is just so cold. Take somebody's hand and let the rain just wash away. Nothing you can do to stop me. You wanna see the sun again. Got to let that river flow and let the water wash away. You can't change it. Burn like a flame. No one. Shine like a star. You're lost and naked in now. Words on your head is just so. Take somebody's hand and let the rain just wash away. You went, oh yeah. There's nothing you can do to stop me. In the sun again. Let the river flow and let the water wash away. You can't change it. The only thing that's standing in your way is the secret you keep inside that you won't see. But if you let somebody know, you see that nobody is like that. No one can take. Shine like a star. Instead of a wise right here. Feeling lost and naked, not cold. Holding back those tears that you won't cry. You're not so long, you can't remember why. Let yourself move on and let your spirit and your soul begin to fly. Up there, no one can take. Shine like a star. Be who you are. Burn like a flame. No one can take. Shine like a star. Be who you are. Yeah, yeah. Burn like a flame. No one can tame. So, don't know if Linus is here or not. You there, Linus? Seems like I've lost him. I'm just going to keep doing songs in his program. As I said, the link to the project is in my. I can't paste it here for some reason, but that's not important. I'm actually going to switch over to the guitar now and do some guitar tunes. And hopefully, if Linus appears again, we can get him back and have him talk about his project. This is a guy. I mean, the dude works on about $1,000 total a month of support. That's their budget. And I don't know how much you know about not-for-profits and these kind of organizations, but that is extraordinarily short money. And he's got workers, that team that you saw the pictures of that goes out and does work with him, when he can, he gives them $10 a day, tries to provide them with some food. It's quite an effective way to use that money, and I don't know if there's anything you could do to Sam. That would be fabulous and well used. In these times, I'm going to do Cerberellus, because in these times, being brave, it certainly is something that's going to take. You know, sometimes brave enough to listen, sometimes brave enough to express yourself. You can be amazing, you can turn up crazy into a weapon or a drug. You can be outcast, be the backlash of somebody's backup. You can start speaking up. Nothing's gonna hurt you the way the words do when they settle beneath your skin. Trapped on the inside with no sunlight, sometimes shadowing. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you wanna say. Let the world fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. But what you want to say, let the world fall out. I wanna see you be brave. Everybody's been there, everybody's been stared down by the enemy, falling from the fear and done some disappearing, bow down to the mighty, yeah. Alright, holding on down. Maybe there's a way out of this cage where you live. You're gonna be fast, you're gonna let the light in. So I'll be your brave is insane, wanna say that the word all out on this stage. Wanna see you be brave, but what you want to say that you fall out on this stage. Wanna see you be brave, show your history in silence. Don't you wait if you think it would. Let your words get anything but empty. Why don't you tell everything you know? Oh, and say what you wanna say. Let the words fall out on the speed. Don't you be brave with what you wanna say. Let the words fall out on the speed. Don't you be brave. Wanna see, I wanna see, I just wanna see. Wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see, I just wanna see, I just wanna see. I wanna see you be brave. Seeing Winos back on. I'm gonna do some tunes in the meantime. The song's called Watch Me. Mary Parker lived on Freeman Street and liked to wear pink ribbons in her hair. Now she was a girl of 85 and found the folks around. She saw Wednesday, yeah. But when they said you can't dress like, she said, oh, watch me, why don't you watch me? Watch me, yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on and watch me, yeah, yeah. Why don't you watch me, yeah? Come on and watch me, yeah, yeah, yeah. Then we did it at a living room. Windows right along the Central Square. And we never see it here at two. Saying as they're flying, yeah, 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 yeah. when they said when dance now, he said, oh, watch now, don't you watch, don't you watch, yeah, yeah, yeah. Honey, watch me, yeah, yeah. Why don't you watch me, yeah. Honey, watch me, yeah, yeah, yeah. You can dream about the mighty. We can get out and throw it down. Just remember in this moment you are free. Yeah, 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 yeah. Spent time and lost his job and took the news, big smile on his face. Then he laughed and said he'd take some time and maybe even quit. Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. But when they said you can't live like that, he watch me, why don't you watch me, yeah, yeah, yeah. Honey, watch me, yeah, why don't you watch me, yeah. Honey, watch me, yeah, yeah, yeah. And when they said you can't think like that, act like that, live like that, and be like that, just tell them to watch me, yeah. Honey, watch me, yeah, yeah. Why don't you watch me, yeah. Honey, watch me, yeah, yeah, yeah. Watch me. Let's stand up for what I believe in. Now, nothing wrong with standing up for what you believe in, just as long as you're not trouncing on somebody else's beliefs, right? And you're open to some new information that might inform what you believe. Don't you know, talking about a revolution. Don't you know, talking about a revolution, yeah, 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 yeah. Because they're standing in those welfare lines, crying on those doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment and not sitting around, wait for our promotion. Don't you know, talking about a revolution. Finally the tables are starting to turn, talking about a revolution, oh yeah, yeah. Finally the tables are starting, talking about a revolution, yeah, yeah. Well, they're standing in the welfare line, crying in those doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment and not sitting around, waiting for our promotion. Don't you know, talking about you time. Finally the tables are starting to turn, talking about a revolution, oh yeah, yeah. Finally the tables are starting to turn, talking about a revolution, oh, well, they're standing in the welfare night, crying on those doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time, unemployment and not sitting around, waiting for a promotion. Don't you know, talking about a revolution. Finally Finally the tables are starting to turn. Talking about a revolution, oh yeah, yeah. Finally the tables are starting to turn. Talking about a revolution, oh, when the sentinels will midnight. Crying on those doorsteps of those armies of salvation. Wasting time in the unemployed city. Oh, shine, don't you know, talking about a great tonight. Finally, the tables are starting to turn. Talking about a revolution, oh yeah. Finally, the tables are starting to turn. Talking about a revolution, oh yeah, yeah. Talking about a revolution, oh yeah, yeah. Talking about a revolution, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Tracy Chapman. I actually realized I have his mic off. You there? Linos? Oh, shit. You there?
Hello.
Hey, fine. Sorry, man. I had your mic off. All right, so I'm going to switch it over to you, man, and you can talk about your program, okay?
It's okay.
Yes, you're on. We're live.
Okay, thank you so much, Joe.
Yeah, man, you're welcome.
I'm Linus Muvu from Zimbabwe with Society for Pre and Postnatal Services, and we are on drive to fundraise for our community family mental health project that we are currently doing in Goromonzi district. So we had a link on global giving where we are fundraising. So we are happy for your donation or support to make sure that we increase our impact. Currently, we reached at almost 8 wards, and we hope to increase. So by donating, it means we are going to be able then to reach more communities. We are educating, promoting the mental health due to this COVID-19. We know most people, they've got anxiety, depression, fear because of what is currently happening. So we are appealing for your support.
And talk about, I spoke briefly about the amount, how it's so little money that you need, and you use the money so well. And like you talk about the banners, it's 25 banners for $125. Is that right? Can you hear me, man? Linos?
Are you hearing me, Joe?
I'm hearing you. Yeah. Can you hear me? Apparently not.
This one.
Can you hear me? I'm thinking he cannot hear. Why? Well, okay, back to some tunes. I love this song. I haven't played this song, well, I started playing it recently, but I love this song a lot longer than I've been playing it. It's about community. It's about sharing the load, and it's really, I really mean it when I sing it. That if you need to, you can lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I have lonely brother when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you can understand. We all need somebody to lean on me. When you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. It won't be long. I'm something to lean on me. When you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. It won't be long. I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You can lean on me. I think Linos is back. You're back. You can hear. Can you hear me? Cool. So yeah. So I was
Yes,
asking to say a little bit about it because I know it's $125 gets you 25 banners. Is that right?
yes,
Yeah. And so that's an extremely
yes.
small amount of money. So talk about the banners and how you use them and what they're for.
The banners, we're going to put them at every local clinic, with our messages so that, people, they read, they call us and we assist them, particularly, those who need some mental health services or mental health care. So you find that most of, our clinics that, they're far away from each other.
Yeah.
So for us to keep on going there, I think it will cost a lot of money. But if we are just put some banners, people, they read with our messages and our toll-free number, so they call us. So we want to place each banner at every local clinic.
And that was the other thing was actually funding for your toll-free number, right?
Yes,
Yeah. And so
yes, yes,
literally so all the money is going to these very specific things, including some money for your team, money for food for them to feed them when they're out there doing work.
yes. The fuel, because we are using a mobile truck, so we need fuel as well.
Yeah, I showed them I showed the pictures of the truck and the banner on the truck and
Okay.
you out there in the field doing the work.
Yes.
It's very inspiring, man, what you're doing. I'm
So
inspired.
the other thing about the other good thing about the global fund, the global giving is if we are to raise, their fundraising target of 5,000, we are going to be a permanent their platform, which then sustain our project in the coming future.
That's fantastic. And I know that there's a big day coming up next Wednesday where if you raise a certain
Mhm.
amount on that day, then you get a bonus amount too, right?
Yes, yes, yes. They are going to give some bonus on the 7th of June.
The 17th.
So it's another good day to donate as well.
Yeah. It just makes
So
the
I think we definitely need the guys to support us.
yeah. It just makes the amount.
Joe,
Yeah, you still there? We lost him again. Lost him again. All right, I'm gonna do another tune while
hello Joe.
you still there? Oh, all right. I'm gonna do another tune while we're waiting for him to come back. Um, this is about I'm focusing on oppression tunes tonight, and this is another one. The song's called Jack, and it's about a guy who kind of bought into the notions of limitations and kind of what you can't do and the dreams you can't dream. Jack was born in its dream, change, and so it seemed Jack would have a better life than they. As he knew their currents failed, work of my prevail, freedom was a prize to pay. Jack is 17 years old, always did what he was told. Made the piper and never asked for something more. Dreamt about what wasn't sure. The way it is how it's going to stay. But there is something waiting just beyond his grasp. If he can start to see it through the haze. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack tied to the whipping stick. Jack will never step outside the line. Jack the patient, Jack the meek, Jack the never asking free. Jack the man who's running out of time. Jack is 30 years today, learns the game he's had to play. Keep from driving slowly around the bend. Made his mark and nothing real, learned to shrink and not to stand. Found the way of life that is pretend. And then Jack the forward man in the corner that he depends. Will I stop here? He crashed running along the pace. Here and I have been tricked. And he had to start again. Jack is 45 years old. Made the bar every single day. Sick of this infernal game. And I'm now to get away. Something waiting just beyond. We can start to see it. Jack be nimble, Jack be blind to the whipping stick. Jack will never step outside. Jack the patient, Jack the meek, Jack never asking. Jack the never high. Oh, Jack is got this time. Jack is going past the 9, and Jack is after. Jack is never coming back for his pension and a heart attack. They won't hear it go. No, beyond his grasp. He can start to get Jack. Looks like Linos is back. You there, man? You're back. So, yes, can you hear me? Cool. So why don't were you able to go out and do some work today?
Currently, due to funding issues, we just been, just trying to fundraise so that we'll then be able to roll out our program.
So why don't you talk a little bit
So
about,
currently, we are more like, at the office.
yeah, talk about what you guys were doing when you were actually out there and kind of saw and what you were able to achieve. Did you hear that? Oh no, Windows keeps cutting out. It's driving me crazy. Can you? It's a long way away where he is. It's a it's almost half a world away where he is. So it's this is actually, I appreciate his willingness to even try this because this is the first time that I've tried to do this high tech gizmology and getting all these things going and having somebody. Oh, I'm gonna do a mashup song. It's a mashup of a song that was made famous by Nat King Cole. Another song, little protest song by Pete Seeger. There was a boy, very strange, enchanted boy. So he traveled very far, over land and sea, a little shy, sad of eye, but very wise was he, and one magic day he passed my way. He spoke of many things, fools and kings. This he said to me, the greatest thing you'll ever learn is to be loved, love in return, love in return. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd hammer out a warning, I'd hammer out danger, hammer out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land, all over this land, all over this land, yeah. A song, I'd sing it in the morning, I'd sing it in the evening, all over this land. I'd sing out a warning, I'd sing out danger, sing out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land, all over this land, all over this land. If I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning, I'd ring it in the evening, all over this land. I'd ring out a warning, I'd ring out danger, ring out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land, all over this land, all over this land, yeah. Well, I have a hammer, I have a bell, and all over this land, it's a hammer of justice, it's a bell of freedom, and it's a song about love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land, all over this land, all over this land, yeah. This thing you'll learn is to be loved, nothing return, love in return, love in return, yeah. I'm good. This song was inspired by an experience I had down in Washington, D.C. And it's interesting, that experience happened right behind the Columbus Monument there at Union Station in D.C. And I understand there's a lot of going on with Columbus memorials and monuments based on the kind of awareness of what Columbus was actually about, what he was actually doing. But it was quite poignant for me to the folks who are living marginally, who are hanging around that monument. Literally, the dirt that I talk about in this song was around that monument, and it just struck me how it built up over because of people being there. And it's also where they have the Freedom Bell. By the Union Station, just behind the Freedom Bell, of the souls of the forgotten in the national prison cell. And they're lost and they are way free from the children down. But the souls of the forgotten walk across that whole damn town. And they walk in the footsteps of the man who wrote the words. Up on all the winds and the snow that you have heard. And it's one thing just to read them, but believe that they are true. To realize they don't apply to you, yeah. The thing about perspective when your back's against the wall, and the words put there to guide you through anything at all. And the dirt that fills up the ass, you stand day after day, it's the kind of thing. It's no end time, no, no, no. It's a crime, but got it in shame. It's a still convince you that you have no self-esteem. It's growing like a cancer in a man supposed to be free, but the souls of the forgotten bring it back. It's rotten to their children, and it's a rotten to their town. But be careful, cause it's rotten to those chains that hold them. You can take this as a warning nailed to a tree. The souls of the forgot wait to be set free. No, 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 no. Souls of the forgot wait to be set free. No, 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 no. Souls of the forgot to bring it back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The souls of the forgotten are not waiting to be sent back. Awesome. Can you talk about what you guys did when you were able to go out? And by the way, the reason why they can't go out is because they don't have money for fuel. They can't put fuel in the truck to go out. So talk a little bit about what you guys did when you were out there in the field doing the...
So if the team go to the field, we are using a mobile vehicle to ferry the team. We will have some, hailers. So the team would particularly in the rural areas targeting, the hotspot where most people, they will be like, coming, for instance, at the shops. So people, they will then use the hailer to talk to the people.
Yeah. And so right...
Hello, Joe?
Yeah, I'm here. Are you there? I hope he knows. I mean, it's like he's getting the word out. He can't hear me.
Hello?
Can you hear me? Oh, man. This is a U2 song. One man come in the name of love. One man come and go. One man come here to justify. One man to overthrow. In the name of love. One born in the name of love. In the name of love. One born in the name of love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hate when I do this. I get it in the wrong key. One man walks on an empty street. One man he resisted. One man caught on a barbed wire fence. One man to take with a kid. One man is love. One more never love. One more never love. Yeah, yeah. Early morning before sun rings out in the Memphis sky. How to last your life? Do not take your love. One more love in the name of love. One more in the name of love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, it's getting to be that time. Let's see if we can get Linus back on. You there? Can you hear me? Oh, you can. Okay. I'm gonna do. We're almost done. So why don't you pitch the project one more time, and I'm gonna do one last song, and then we'll shut it down. So talk about why you need the money and what you're gonna use it for, and all that stuff one more time. Oh.
It's okay, Joe.
Can you hear me?
So the funds will go. Yes, the funds will go specifically, for our transport. Then to use, for our therapy. The other funds will go towards, refreshments for the team.
Right.
Also printing for the banners that we are going to use. That we are also going to use to distribute, to educate the public about the importance of protecting and educating about the importance of mental health.
Yeah, it's an extremely grassroots, very straightforward project that uses the money very specifically and intentionally, and I'm really proud to be able to be here tonight supporting what you're doing. So I'm going to do one more song, and then we'll say goodbye and hope you can get the money starts rolling in.
Sure, thank you so much, John.
We all carry gifts that burden us sometimes, and the only thing that we all have in common is our strength that just refuses to resign. I have seen it in the faces of the hungry. I have seen it in the faces of the weak. I have seen it even when there should be this day. Grateful for this day. Don't need any reason, no matter what the season. I'm grateful for this day. I can act as if my whole life is a struggle. I can act as if there's nothing there for me. Oh, I can treat everyone like they are strangers. But instead I choose to do my best. All the times when I feel discouraged, I thought I'd come here to let you know. Grateful for this day. Grateful for this day. Don't need any, no matter what the season. I'm grateful for this day. And all the times when I feel outnumbered, I thought I'd come here to let you know. Grateful for this day. Yeah, don't need any reason, no matter the season. I'm grateful for this day. Grateful for this day. I'm grateful for this day. Don't need any reason, no matter what the season. I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for you and the work that you're doing, Linos, and everybody who's tuned in and everybody who's going to contribute to his project. So, Linos, can you still hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Awesome. All right, man. I really appreciate you being here tonight, and I wish you the best of luck. Linos is actually, it's midnight where he is right now, so he stayed up really late to be here. So, so great hearing from you and great doing this with you, Linos, and I will talk to you soon, okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right, man. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. I'll be back same time next week. Hope everybody has a great week. See you, Linos.